So as we all know by now, there is literally an app for literally anything you might need. Our lives are pretty much run by these little apps on our phones. It is absolutely crazy. But as a creative, I am constantly looking for new apps to help increase my creativity or just assist with it and make it a little bit easier. So in this video, I thought it would be a good idea to look at my top 4 apps for creators right now, and they are all apps that I use at the moment as well. So let's get into it. Now very quickly, just before we go any further, if you are new to this channel, my name is Scott Edwards. I make all sorts of video, photography and tech related videos, so if they are the sorts of things you are interested in, consider clicking that little subscribe button and come and be a part of this community. It's just down below there. So the first app that I would highly recommend is Lightroom Mobile. Now if you do a lot of photography, you will know what Lightroom is. You might use the desktop version. I use the desktop version all the time, but I also think that the mobile version is incredibly useful. It's essentially just a slimmed down version of the desktop app on your iPhone or iPad. It's really good. So you can use it to edit all the photos that you've taken on your iPhone, or you can import photos that you've taken on your main camera, for example, using an SD card. And it just means that you can go and edit all of your photos absolutely anywhere with nothing else to worry about. Now Lightroom Mobile is free, but if you get a subscription, you can sync them across all of your devices. So from your desktop to your iPad to your iPhone, it works so well. So what I do quite a lot is I import all my photos onto my MacBook, and then over the cloud they will automatically sync to my iPad, and I go and sit downstairs on my iPad and edit photos. It just means that there's absolutely no limits as to what you can do with your photography. You don't need to be stuck in the same place, in the same room, editing your photos. You can go out and about, you can go and sit in a coffee shop, knowing your photos are going to be all sank to your phone or iPad or your laptop, whichever you want to use. It just works incredibly well. Yeah, I definitely recommend the iPad version over the iPhone version, but if you want to edit quick photos that you've taken on your mobile phone while you are out and about, it is absolutely perfect, and it gives you so much more functionality than just the standard Photos app on the iPhone. I could literally go on for hours about Adobe Lightroom. I absolutely love it, but that's for another video. Just go and download the mobile version because it is incredibly useful. The second app that I would highly recommend is called Unfold, and I love this app. So once you've created your masterpieces, whether that's photography, maybe graphic design, or whatever it is that you create, you need to create social media content so that you can then go out and show the rest of the world, to bring them into maybe your YouTube channel or your website. You need something that attracts people to go and view what you do, and that is where this app comes in, called Unfold. So what this app does is it helps you to create incredible looking content that you can then go and post onto Instagram or other social medias that really makes your stuff stand out from the rest. So for example, you can upload your photos or your artwork to it, put them in a template, add some text, mess around with them and be creative and really create an eye-catching piece of content that is going to draw people into what you do, whether that's trying to promote your YouTube videos. I use it to create Instagram stories when I've made a new YouTube video, so people are aware that I've made a new video and they can then maybe go through and watch that video. It really helps, and it just really makes your Instagram look a lot more professional. Now the third app that I would highly recommend is called Adobe Rush. So have you noticed recently that literally everyone is creating Instagram Reels and TikToks? You probably have, because you literally cannot get away from them at the moment. Now when you're creating these TikToks and Instagram Reels, you can do this directly in the relevant app. But what if you wanted to do a little bit more? What if you wanted to be a little bit more creative with them? That's where Adobe Premiere Rush comes in, because there is a video editing app for your iPhone. Now you could use iMovie, but I wouldn't recommend that because Instagram Reels and TikToks are in portrait mode. iMovie doesn't allow you to edit portrait video, whereas Adobe Rush does. Using something like Adobe Premiere Rush really gives you the opportunity to go out and create something to stand out from the rest, because you have so much more potential in that video editing app. It is a lot more powerful than using just TikTok or Instagram to create your videos. So all you need to do with Adobe Rush is import all of the footage that you have taken. Maybe you took it on your phone, maybe you took it on your camera, it really doesn't matter. If you took it on your main camera, even better, because you'll have a much higher video quality, and that again is going to help your TikToks and Instagram Reels stand out from the rest. So once you've imported all your footage into Adobe Rush, cut it up, add transitions, add music, add text, do whatever you want to it, be creative, have fun, because that's why we do all of these creative things, because we enjoy them. Just by using something like Adobe Rush, even though it's not going to be the same as using Final Cut on your computer or Premiere Pro on your computer, by using something that is a little bit more powerful than Instagram Reels editing or TikTok's editing, you're going to create something that is really going to help your stuff stand out from the rest. So yeah, Adobe Rush, highly recommended. There is another mobile video editing app that I would probably recommend even more than Adobe Rush, but it costs £20. It's called LumaFusion. It is incredible what that can do, whether you're using it on an iPad or an iPhone. But as I say, it does cost £20. Adobe Rush is free, so if you're only making Reels and TikToks, I'd probably go with Adobe Rush over LumaFusion. If you wanted to do more filmmaking sorts of things, I would go for LumaFusion any day, because that is an insanely powerful piece of software. Considering it is on an iPad or an iPhone, mad what you can do with that. I've made a video all about editing video on an iPad with LumaFusion. I'll link it up there if you want to go and check it out. And finally, the fourth app that I would recommend is called Filmic Pro. Now this app does cost a little bit, I think it's about £15 if I remember rightly, but if you do a lot of mobile video shooting, I would highly recommend this over using the iPhone camera app, because it just gives you so much more control and flexibility to be able to create the videos that you want to create. Now if you are using the dedicated iPhone camera app, you don't really have control over a whole lot of things. You have control over the frame rate, but you don't have control over the shutter speed or the ISO. That is all done inside the iPhone itself, and it helps just speed up the process. However, if you are into your filmmaking, you will want to have the right frame rate, the shutter speed, the ISO. You'll want control over all of those, and that is what Filmic Pro does. All of these features that Filmic Pro gives you help to create the more cinematic looking footage that we are all after when we are creating our videos. You can even buy an added extra and be able to shoot in a log profile. Now that is mad on a mobile phone. I shoot in S-Log2 on my Sony a7C, and basically what a log profile means is it will give you more dynamic range, so you can then go and color grade and turn it into something that you are really proud of how you want it to look. And that is something that is possible on the iPhone using Filmic Pro. It's not going to be the same as using a mirrorless camera or a DSLR shooting in log, but to be able to have a log profile on your phone, very useful. And if you want your stuff to stand out from the rest, I would definitely recommend getting Filmic Pro if you use an iPhone to shoot all of your videos. Even if you're not using it to shoot all of your videos, maybe you just use it to shoot occasional clips that you can then add into your videos that you shoot with your main camera, I would still download Filmic Pro. I use it all the time to just shoot little bits that are then going to nicely fit into my main videos without looking too drastically different. So there we go. 4 apps that I would recommend as a creator for any other creator to use. I use them almost on a daily basis. I think you probably will as well if you decide to go and download them. Let me know if there are any other apps that you use as a creative to create the things you want to create. I've said create a lot there, but let me know in the comments what you use to create the things that you want to create. I'm going to stop saying create. create. That's it for this video. If you like what you see on this channel, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, click that little subscribe button just down below there and come and be a part of this community, and I shall see you in another video.